Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about NIO, but before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be doing a video about NIO stock. Where do I think NIO stock is going to head by the end of the year? And do I personally think that NIO stock can hit $50 by the end of the year? Now, taking a look at NIO, NIO has taken a beating over the last year. I mean, we take a look at it 1 week, it is up 30%, which is really good. But looking at the 1 month chart, it's down about 16%. 3 month chart down about 35.83%. And looking at the 1 year chart, it's down 52.07%. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are very hesitant right now to be picking up NIO stock. A lot of people are like, this company was trading at $50, $55, $60 at one point. And now it's currently sitting at $16.30. And it actually did recently just hit like a low of $11.67. So a lot of people are definitely hesitant. What's been going on? Well, there's definitely a lot of factors that are playing into NIO, not doing so well over the course of the year. One, there's a lot of stocks out there, guys, that are not doing well at all. If we take a look at it from the bigger perspective, we're talking about the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, all these big time companies. They have been sinking time and time again ever since the beginning of the year, just due to so many macroeconomic factors. We have the Russia-Ukraine war that's still going on. China is on lockdown because of COVID. So we know that NIO is based out of Shanghai. Shanghai was basically locked down for a little bit as well. And this did actually play a little bit into NIO pushing out lower deliveries for the month of April. But there is a light ahead at the end of the tunnel. There is a lot of things that could definitely drive NIO stock back up into the 30s, 40s, and 50s. It's definitely going to be tough to see, where NIO does head by the end of the year. Is it possible for NIO to actually hit $50 by the end of the year? For me, I do think it is a possibility. It's always going to just depend on macroeconomic factors. One, if the Russia-Ukraine war does come to an end, I think this definitely would help. If we definitely see that Jerome Powell is definitely, getting and breaking through about breaking inflation altogether, this could definitely be very good for the markets as well. If we see inflation starting to, rise while interest rates rise or inflation continues to decrease, this is going to be better for stocks ultimately in the long run as well. Like I said, June 1st, we do have Shanghai opening back up, which is a very good sign for Chinese companies. And obviously, we're still going over the whole US and China auditing guidelines. Hopefully, they can come to an agreement. So, NIO does have a lot of positive catalysts for itself. They got earnings at the end of this month, I believe. And we're going to get a look into their May deliveries as well. We have the ET5 sedan that's coming out later this year. They're dropping a new SUV this month. The biggest thing that's really pushing NIO stock back is delisting fears. But as of this Friday, we do start trading on the Singapore Exchange, which is interchangeable with the New York Stock Exchange. A lot of people have been asking me, do you think NIO stock is going to get delisted? Absolutely not. I don't think NIO stock is going to get delisted. Americans have over $200 billion in Chinese assets based off the New York Stock Exchange. I don't think it's going to get to the point where NIO stock does get delisted, but NIO trading on the Singapore Stock Exchange is definitely going to be a very good sign for NIO because it does hedge against the fact of NIO stock actually getting delisted. If it got delisted, etc., we would still have our shares on the opposite exchanges. So that does put an ease to a lot of investors. Like I said, the biggest thing that people are asking right now, is it possible for NIO stock to run back up? And as companies begin hit so hard, but you have to understand, guys, it's not just NIO out there that's really just going through the heat. There's a lot of companies out there that are really getting pushed down. We have tech making all-time lows that I haven't even seen since, before 2020. Netflix lost a huge ton of its value. Amazon got pushed down, all the way down from almost $4,000. So, there's a lot of hurting out there. A lot of people are losing money out there, but NIO has had a lot of positive catalysts, still has a lot of positive catalysts coming for it in the short and the longer term. Like I said, we had a couple big time hedge funds. George Soros and his fund picked up NIO while selling out of their stake in GM and Fisker. We just got a Bank of America analyst upgrade from a neutral to a buy. They put their price target to $26 by the end of the year. Now, a lot of people were pretty upset by this, that they only think that NIO stock is only going to go to 26 bucks. Realistically, guys, these are just analyst upgrades. They're not for sure, knowing where the stock is going to be headed. I've seen NIO stock run from $12 all the way up to $66 in about 5-6 months time. This happened in 2020. Yes, the circumstances are different, but guys, do not push past the inability that NIO stock is probably going to have a massive run. Obviously, that isn't financial advice, but I've seen it time and time again. I mean, even this week alone, guys, NIO ran 30% in a single week. Yes, it is because, a lot of stocks have been beaten down so hard, but you guys have to understand, NIO can run. The stock is able to run massive percentages in a short period of time. Today, we are seeing a little bit of red. I kind of expected today to be red, but going into, the coming weeks, I do expect NIO to retrace the $20 to $25 mark. That is if NIO pushes up good earnings, Shanghai comes off of lockdown, we get on the Singapore exchange with the release of their new SUV, and if NIO puts out good guidance for their earnings. Now, a lot of people asking, what do you think of May deliveries? I think May deliveries are actually going to be pretty low. I don't see NIO pushing up great May deliveries. I mean, that's okay, because if you're invested in NIO, you guys have to have really the long-term perspective when it comes to this stock, that this stock is going to be huge in the year of 2023 and 2024. And a lot of people even expecting NIO to do a lot better second half of this year, analyzing their books and all this stuff. So when you put it as a whole, NIO as a company is doing very, very well. The company is growing fast. You guys just have to understand right now that market sentiment right now is not the healthiest. There's a lot of stocks that are still trading at all-time lows, and there's not really much that can be done outside of this. So taking a look at it from the bigger perspective, guys, when you're invested in NIO, don't look at the short term, look at the long term of the company. The company is growing fast. Chinese is letting down on their crackdowns. It's getting funding by the government. A lot of big time analysts and hedge funds are picking up NIO stock as well while selling out of other positions. We had Cathie Wood and George Soros both sell out of Tesla and sink money into NIO. I'm not saying that, they're the know all be all, but when you see a lot of people starting to rotate money into this company, and if the US and China can finally come to a deal on the auditing guidelines, guys, this stock has so much more room to run. And right now it's currently sitting at $16.39. The stock is so cheap for how fast the company is growing. I think right now, guys, is a very good time to be picking up NIO stock. I think the stock is absolutely just worth the investment. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you think of NIO. Do you guys think NIO does have a potential chance of hitting $50 by the end of this year? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.